Why Bill Gates is worried about Bitcoin. It's time for Bill Gates' third act. He's been Bill Gates, the don't copy that floppy guy. Bill Gates, who bought BASIC from IBM and sold it to other companies. Bill Gates, who created the idea of software licenses, something that you buy but you don't own. And now Bill Gates is going to save the world once more from Bitcoin. Bitcoin uses lots of energy. Bill Gates is out to save the world. Will Bill Gates begin a new campaign against Bitcoin? Dan Eve.
Well, I was going to start off really negative, but I'm going to start on a positive. And I think that article specifically said, after all the doom and gloom, it did mention that Bill Gates left the door open to having his mind changed. He told Andrew, the interviewer person, if it's green electricity and it's not crowding out other uses, eventually, maybe that's okay. And I think that's quite positive, considering how much press has been given to the negative side of things, and how he has obviously said quite a lot of negative things about Bitcoin in the past. But the fact is that if it's not consuming energy, if it's consuming excess energy, and that's kind of provable, where a lot of studies are showing that, maybe not the more kind of negative studies, which they kind of leave out a bit of data here and there. But it does make sense logically. If the cheapest electricity is excess electricity from a grid, then why, it sounds like that could be powering a lot of Bitcoin. And if that's the case, then it's funding renewables, and therefore more money into general renewables. Plus, there's in that article it mentions about Jack Dorsey donating 10 million to clean Bitcoin mining, and I think that as these companies want to break in to Bitcoin and come out of the Bitcoin closet, they're probably going to have to do so with some sort of carbon credits type situation going on. So saying, okay, well, for all the people that do believe that Bitcoin's so bad for the environment, we are willing to plant 1 trillion trees to counter that. So I think that it's going to actually spur on quite a lot of innovation and actually competition within the energy sector space, as well as the actual miners, proving that they're green miners. That's going to be a new kind of thing.
Josh Shigala.
The amount of time I lost by not saving and then having a blue screen of death pop up still aggravates me, still haunts me. Bill, where's my money, Bill? Also, my chiropractic bills. Bill, what about all those years of staring at a screen? I don't know. Bill, come on. I don't know, good or bad. I don't know. I'm not a fan anymore. I think he's.
It's nice to be lectured on energy use from the guy that included solitaire on all those computers and wasted not only energy but time. The guy who included screensavers on all those computers instead of just having them turn off. The guy who included background images on all of those computers instead of just having black screens. We could have saved so much money, Bill. Could have saved the environment.
Yeah. What about automatically defragging your drive so it doesn't sit there going the whole time? Little things like that.
All of it Bill's fault. Juan Galt, your thoughts on Bill Gates and his possible new campaign?
Well, I just have to say that I am so grateful to the AI gods that we have such a brilliant, wonderful, good-looking polymath like Bill Gates saving us from ourselves. This guy is not only a king among nerds, he is apparently a medical expert and virologist. He is a climate analyst and expert scientist, and also economist. Apparently, he's also an economist and also understands profoundly the proof of work industry of Bitcoin and its use of energy compared to other industries like banking and so on. So I'm just very grateful that we have Bill Gates. I'm part of the Bill Gates cult. If he comes, I will kiss his feet. Okay, I might have to barf now. But
I don't know about all that, but Bill Gates does read a lot of books. You got to give him credit for that. Martine, your thoughts on Bill Gates?
I've been told he died like somewhere in 95, and this Bill Gates is actually a hologram. So don't trust the hologram. It's all a distraction. They're trying to inject you with microchip chips. Don't fall for it. Don't resist. Don't listen to anything the holograms tells you to do.
Exit question, forced yes or no question. Will Bill Gates' next campaign be anti-Bitcoin? Now, I mean a whole thing. Like, he goes on every talk show. He's the
Hold on, Thomas. I haven't had my say on Bill yet. Let me have my say on Bill.
Okay, Ben.
But you're waiting with those exit questions now. Come on now.
Bill Gates. All right, but it's such a good.
That bloatware burnt a lot of energy in a time when we didn't have green energy. So I think there's a bit of guilt going on there. To be fair, Bill, if you look, once upon a time, Bill really quite liked Bitcoin and the concept of Bitcoin. And he is a bright man. But yeah, it's like Juan said, it's that cult of the entrepreneur, that you can have this hero who saves us from all these things and is an expert in all these disciplines. Like, he is a very bright man. He's got a lot of funds and resources, and he can do a lot of good with his money. And he is in a position to lobby miners, which is good. But he's not the ultimate authority on Bitcoin. And as we know, it incentivizes renewables, which is great. And we can lobby these miners. They're big physical organizations. And, as well as that, we can, the best way to improve efficiency in Bitcoin is to increase the throughput in a transaction. So it includes so much more data, which is what we're going to do with Taproot and what we're doing with second layers. So it's not just a vulgar me sending value from me to you, Thomas. That, Carbon can be used for sending a lot of information, a lot of data, potentially thousands and thousands of transactions. That's the best way to make Bitcoin more efficient.
Now, I think vulgar is this mode in Zoom that allows me to pin that other camera right next to you so that people can send this a day. That's cool. Vulgar. But moving on, forced exit question, yes or no, is this Bill Gates' next campaign? Martine.
I think he's going to U-turn. Someone's going to add him to that Telegram group, and he's going to be like, Musk, Sailor, yo, let's fucking moon this shit.
One goal, running out of battery.
Wow, I think it could go either way. I think he could definitely pivot, or he could probably launch like Microsoft Coin, extra soft. Yeah, he could go either way. He definitely wants to save the world from everything and everyone. So I could see him doing it.
Josh Shigala.
He'll probably, I would like to see Microsoft Coin. I think they were playing with the idea a little while ago anyway. I don't know how much say he's got left in Microsoft, but something needs to give. Come on, Bill, innovate.
Ben Ark.
It's like an apparition moving behind you there, Josh. It's kind of scary. He's been pulled in. So he did originally like Bitcoin and would speak quite favorably about it and quote unquote blockchain. And now he's now, taking the stage as the environmentalist attacking Bitcoin. So he will have to pay more attention to Bitcoin, and he'll have to start reading up some of the tech stuff, which will obviously interest him because he's a dork. And he'll get pulled in and he'll become a Bitcoiner and just become like a environmentally aware Bitcoiner, which there are plenty of, by the way.
I agree with Ben. I want to give Bill G the benefit of the doubt here. I think he's on the wrong path right now, but he'll turn it around. He'll also understand the value of being on a positive campaign rather than a negative campaign. It's better to be Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos leading us to the stars than Bill Gates worrying about the energy bill.